Today we talk about the Titan Evo 2022 series from Secretlab. What's the long-term support on these Secretlab chairs? Is it really worth the new series upgrade, and how does it differ from previous versions? Everything you need to know today. What's up everybody, it's the Big E. First and foremost, thank you for stopping by today's video. If you guys have not seen, I've done plenty of reviews on this chair. My first ever review or experience was just personal chair that I bought in 2019. The original cookies and cream soft weave from Secretlab, the Titan. Every chair that I've experienced personally with Secretlab has been Titan chairs, but I've heard amazing things about the other series. For complete transparency, they did send me out this 2022 version, but that in no way, shape, or form is going to affect my thoughts and outcome to what I have to say about this chair. Although I've already made a video talking about the long-term use of this chair, I will mention in today's video that my 2019 version is still holding up to this day. We've actually put it in our downstairs office where my wife works every single day. This thing is still a tank, but today, obviously, we're gonna talk about some of the differences to the new 2022 model that's just been recently released. I wanna take a quick second to remind you guys to subscribe, turn on those notifications. That way you can be alerted of any new videos that come out in the future. And if you guys wanna support the channel by joining the members club, hit that join button below the video. Okay, now that I've shared my experience with Secretlabs, both being on the consumer side and the creator side, having the opportunity to work with them, or at least have them send me out a product to review, and be just somebody that like had no connection with them. I just bought a product and received it. I wanted to see how much they really changed with the unboxing experience after all these years. Are they improving over time? I think that really stands out to me as a creator and a consumer with any product, is like, what kind of presentation is the company putting into the unboxing in itself? I know it's such a minor thing, but in the world of like Mac and Apple products where like the presentation is king, I just like to see how much brands are going above and beyond with the delivery of their product, because I think that stands out a lot to how much they back their product. And honestly, after getting the 2020 version, comparing the 2019 to the 2020 version, I was kind of curious as how much more they could step up their like boxing and packaging game, because that year improvement alone was incredible. But oh my God, did they go above and beyond once again? So unboxing and packaging is pretty basic and very well explained through their instructions and just boxes that they have organized within the big receiving box in itself. I've unboxed many chairs throughout the years, and it's a little intimidating when you get this big giant box, just wondering like where you start, what are all these parts. A recent comparison that I can give is I had the opportunity to receive a Respawn Ergo chair. More to come about that in the future, so make sure you guys are subscribing and turning on those notifications. But unboxing the Secretlab chair in itself, there's no confusion. It's clearly mapped out as to what everything is. I would honestly even compare the experience of unboxing the new 2022 version of the Secretlab chair as unboxing something like an Apple product. You open everything up and you're immediately greeted with this like connection to the brand and the basic foundation of like where everything is. Like, hey, this box goes to this, make sure you keep this over here, and here's this huge display of instructions. And they also provided the highest quality tools that I think I've received on any product ever. And that's just complete honesty. I'm not getting paid to make this video today. I do have a personal affiliate link that they've provided to me. I don't have to push sales. You do not have to buy this chair from me today. It's just simply, if you do buy this chair and you use my link, you support me as a creator. So I'm not benefiting by giving you some false bullshit. Like just this multi-tool in itself, having the adapter of an Allen head and then a screwdriver on the one side. I'm used to getting just chintzy stuff with brands, basically tools that just get the job done that you're probably gonna throw away after. But honestly, these are things that I'm adding to my, we actually needed one of these new heads for our drill. So the fact that Secretlab provided me that was just like icing on the cake. And the quality of the unboxing expanded throughout the whole entire setup in itself, including some of these awesome like little tags and cards that you get around the chair, some sealed for quality information just like about the fabric, everything that goes into this. Again, the presentation was just over the top, almost like too extreme for just a gaming chair, you would think. But again, I ask, is that a bad thing? You let me know in the comments down below. Does packaging really matter, or are you more just about the product in itself? I think at the end of the day, that is the thing we are focused on, is the product, right? So that leads us into the setup. How was the setup of this chair? Was it easy? Was it tough? Now, I will say that this is the first time throughout any of the Secretlab chairs or any gaming chair that I've had where I had the lovely help from my wife, Megan, to put together this chair. And I will say it was so much faster with a partner. So if you have a friend or a loved one that can help you set it up, I would 100% recommend, because it's just so much faster. But I will say, out of previous experience with any of the previous Secretlab chairs and any other gaming chairs, I can definitely tell that this would have been an easier solo build compared to previous chairs. And that's one of the ways that Secretlab has upgraded this chair to previous editions, is the setup time and the setup like plan and build in itself. It's very more thought out to be user friendly. The directions are clear cut and they made parts to accommodate. It's not just basic parts anymore. They build the chair in itself to have a basic setup process for you that is convenient but unique to the chair. And it's just something that I can only explain and you would have to experience. Ultimately, super clean and fast setup. You could do it by yourself and make it a lot easier on you and do it in like minutes with somebody else. I think it took Megan and I seriously 10-15 minutes max to set this thing up. But now that we have it set up, what's like the quality like on this thing? What makes it so unique compared to other gaming chairs in the market? And this is something that I've always stood by Secretlab. I've tested many chairs throughout the years, and it's hard to explain what I mean by this. You just have to kind of experience it in itself. But after breaking, being like 300 pounds and going through this weight loss journey, after breaking so many office chairs when I was a heavier weight and just being a naturally bigger guy, I'm 225 pounds at 6 feet. So I'm a thick dude. Being my size, I've had a horrible experience with chairs throughout the years. Chairs that just did not adjust to my platform. There were these like nice looking office chairs that were able to hold the weight, but after time they would break. The Titan chairs for me personally has been the only chair that for me throughout all these years has actually withheld the quality over time. From the foundation of the chair to the hardware to the fabric, there's a sense of quality that I see, that you can even feel from the Secretlab chairs that you don't get in a lot of other places. And that may not be for everybody. Like, I know not a lot of people like a hard seat. A lot of people want that like soft seating. I personally like the firmness out of this chair that shows that it's going to withstand over time. That is just a personal comfort. You may not be into that, but that's the quality I get out of this frame, along with the fabric and the hardware, everything that just goes into it. So while the presentation is good, yes, the quality stands up with it as well. And surprisingly, there is a quality difference from the parts from 2019 to 2020 to the 2022 edition. Again, I did see the differences from 2019 to the 2020 edition when I got my black pleather version of the Secretlab's Titan. And again, I was so confused at how they were gonna step that up. In that year difference, I just noticed that parts weren't as chintzy. They held up more over time. Buttons were more direct and firm and just worked properly. It didn't seem like a cheap product anymore. At first, I thought the 2019 version I had was like this nice, firm, high quality chair, but then the 2020 version made it stand out so much. I was like, wow, I can't believe they made quality upgrades. And when I was receiving the 2022 version, again, I was like, how are they really gonna jump it up from the 2020 version that I got with, like, once again, the hardware and everything that goes into it. And yet they did it again. From like minor changes, like a magnetic pillow instead of the strap on the recent versions, all the way down to like the sturdiness of the chair. And I don't know what they've made different about it in terms of the actual engineering that went into it, but I could just tell that there is a quality bump from the 2020 version to the 2022 version. It just even feels more sturdy and durable and more like concrete. Like they finally fine-tuned it just a little bit to make it that much better. For complete honesty, if you have a 2020 version and you enjoy it and there's really nothing wrong with it, I wouldn't stress about the upgrade. But if you are looking for a new chair and you're in the mindset of, I have a 2020 version, but like, I'm not happy with it anymore, or I need another chair, and I'm just curious, should I bother getting a new 2022 version? Is there actually a difference? Yes, there is a difference between them. I think negative people would say there's not a difference, like they would just try to be like, oh, pessimistic about it, but there's definitely a difference between the two. And if you have an old edition of the cookies and cream, I do want to point out that they have a new fabric, and this fabric is absolutely amazing. And I do want to say again, so that way you guys know I'm not feeding you bullshit, my wife, that was like the first thing she pointed out. We opened the box up, she's seen the material, she's like, oh my God, the material looks so much better. She described the material as more of like a sweater feel. She said it's more relaxing compared to the older cookies and cream fabric. Clear differences between the 2019 and this one?
Yeah, especially because I use the one that's very similar. Like even this part's different, that's different. This is obviously very different.
What did you say? The material feels different?
Yeah, the material feels and looks different. It's like a sweater, like a Christmas sweater.
That's what I said. I was like, that's what you said, but I don't know. I don't know how
it's because like the weaving, like the texture of the fabric looks different.
So you are height and weight?
5'4", 115, 120.
And you feel like that this, like even the Titan, just the regular Titan, is like a good size for you even too.
Yeah, especially because I like to sit Indian style.
Yeah.
I can sit on this very well, and obviously you can customize it with your lumbar support and angle and all that jazz.
Just for reference sake, Megan is a no tech guru, not into this whatsoever. How can you compare this chair to any out there, you know, take in mind that you know, she's not getting paid or anything?
How does it compare to other chairs? I mean, it's more durable and a lot sturdier, and like it'll last a while. It's not gonna sag or tear or get soft, I guess.
That's what she said.
I don't know.
I said the word deteriorate, so I think you're
right.
fine.
Well, I'm thinking about, you know, your other chair with like the, what do you call that?
The ergo chair.
Yeah,
that
with
webbing.
that material, that webbing, sturdy. She thick.
I don't know if sweater material is quite the word to describe it, but there's definitely a new material improvement compared to the older soft weave, like cookies and creams versions. So this leads me to the final point. Ultimately, is it worth it? I will mention that right now, at the time of putting out this video, it is Black Friday week. So Secretlab is having a lot of sales right now that maybe you could take advantage of. So feel free to visit the link in the description and check out whatever sales that they're having at this current point in time. But here's how I look at it. One, Secretlab has dominated the big guy, big user market, in my opinion, for years. I know a lot of these videos get hate in some way because people tie themselves to brands. And the reality of this is, after all these years, I've tried my hardest to try other brands, because I did get so much flack on some older videos talking about these chairs because people didn't trust my judgment because they sent me out a chair even though I bought my first one. But the reality is, after receiving so many other gaming chairs throughout these years, there's a reason why you've only seen reviews on the Secretlab chairs, and that's just blatantly because, in my experience, being my size and what I prefer out of chairs, I haven't found anything that matches the quality and production value of these chairs. That's just truth. That's just all I can give you is my word and my experience within these chairs in itself. And I think that's what makes Secretlab chairs unique, is how they adjust to larger frames. The base that they give, the quality into the whole build. Nowadays, $300, $400, $500, $600 for a gaming chair is it's more normal. People understand that price market. You know, 10 years ago, people were like, there's no way I'd pay for that. I'm gonna buy a $50 chair from Walmart. People still do that to this day, but I'm just saying it's more common now for people to understand and say, oh yeah, that's a $500 chair. Okay, yeah, that brand, I understand why. And when I look at these chairs, and I've experienced all three of them, again, from a consumer and a creator standpoint, I completely understand the price range, and I completely feel like they are worth it. Hence why I bought one. I was tired of trying to save money on chairs, constantly getting new ones, and I just wanted to get the one chair that was gonna work for me for the long term. If Secretlab did not send me these chairs, I would still be rocking my cookies and cream up here because we still use it downstairs every single day. That chair has literally lasted me years. So if you are in the market for a chair, and you want something that lasts for a long time, and you're tired of just cutting corners and getting a new chair every so many months because it deteriorates or parts break over time because it's a cheap chair. Aside from manufacturing defaults, people receiving just a bad product, because that happens with any company. Throughout all these years, I have not heard any just personal negative long-term reviews from Secretlab chairs. I've read comments throughout the years, and I'll get my occasional like, it came with a broken arm, or like it came and this part was like missing. Very rarely does that happen. But even more rarely do I get a comment that's like, I've had this chair for a year and it just fell apart. It was trash over a period of time. So yes, I think the Titan chairs are a good investment for gamers, creators out there that want a long-term durable chair for you, whether you're small or large. But at the end of the day, these are just my thoughts and experiences. If you have any negative or positive experiences with Secretlab chairs, feel free to let us know in the comments down below. Again, I'm not biased. I do not work for these people. I just can't find enough negative reviews to point out actual bad things about this product. On the flip side, if you have anything positive to say about Secretlab chairs, put them down in the comments down below. Let's just see what everybody has to say about this, both on the pros and cons. So that way we can help other consumers be more comfortable in their decisions. If you guys found today's video helpful in any way, shape, or form, like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Make sure you guys are heading over to bige.co and getting your BDE merch today. It's wintertime now, so getting a nice hoodie should help you guys out. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. I'm out. Peace. Deuces.